One thing to keep in mind, the taller Gonzalez is inside work. That always gives Letterlow a chance. We saw that already, Bob.
Each guy's been down once. Letterlow, the first minute of the fight. Gonzalez goes down from a left hook. That's the bread and butter punch for Letterlow. Second time in the fight he's been down. Third time in his career.
7, 8.
And a lot of time left here. And Letterlow has good instincts. We'll find out how good right now.
And again, Gonzalez not using his height to stay away and use the jab and at least buy some time to recover.
And watch as Gonzalez, as you said, the taller man just coming forward. Watch how Letterlow, the smaller man, will step back and try to create a little room for Gonzalez to walk into something. Let Gonzalez fall into something.
I'll tell you, the thing, too, is with Letterlow, he doesn't really have a lot. You mentioned Raw. He doesn't have a lot of the skills. If Gonzalez kept the fight on the outside, Letterlow doesn't have tremendous technique to work his way in. It's Gonzalez that's enabling Letterlow to get inside.
Yes, it is. We said that right at the beginning. And his corner should have been all over that. The good news for Gonzalez is Letterlow throws wide, so there's room for Gonzalez, who throws the crisper punches, the snappier punches, to still catch, even at this fight, the wrong fight, he can still catch Letterlow inside.
Heads inside. Watch those heads.
Letterlow would be well served to start going to the body. He's missing a lot to the head. He goes to the body, he'll slow that head movement down of Gonzalez. And also take something out of the tank of Gonzalez, because this fight might, the way it's going, and both guys are still standing, come down to who's got the most left at the end. And whoever goes to the body will be able to dictate that a little bit.
Blood from the mouth of Letterlow. One thing Letterlow is very good at, once the fight gets to the inside, he's pretty good at placing punches.
He has good instincts. He'll take little steps back and try to create room for punches. Does it in a raw sort of way, a little bit crude, but instinctually he knows what to do. There's something to work with Letterlow. There's a lot of pure ability there. He just needs experience and polish. He doesn't have a lot of time to get it. He's 31 years old. That's why he's fighting so many tough fights so quick.
Gonzalez was dropped for the second time in this fight. Tasting the power of Letterlow.
Honda Cruisers never look better.
Matt Kurihara, the trainer of Julio Gonzalez, in between rounds 5 and 6. Gonzalez dropped for a second time in this fight, Teddy.
Yes, he was dropped again on the inside, cooperating with Letterlow. And this time, Letterlow shows he can punch with either hand. It's the left hook this time, and it was the right hand the first time. But Gonzalez, plenty of heart, plenty of durability. He's been in this position before. He's been on the floor before and come back and win. And he's trying to do that again.
Neither man has ever lost the fight as a pro. Letterlow has a draw. Gonzalez 25-0.
You know, everybody will say, hey, Letterlow should use that jab. He's a shorter man. Use that jab to get inside. Well, he doesn't have to, because Gonzalez does it for him by just coming inside. And one thing about Letterlow, Bob, with that jab sometimes works against Letterlow. Sometimes he throws it from too close, and he gets countered with right hand.
Well, even though those numbers favored Gonzalez in that last round, remember, Gonzalez went down, as we showed you, for the second time in the fight.
And this is professional boxing, and it's the hard, effective, talent punches that count the most.
Well, if you just looked at the punches landed, you'd say Gonzalez is probably pitching a shutout, but no. He dropped twice in this fight.
Gonzalez where he should not be, in close, taking his height away.
Did you make that last round 10-8 or 10-9, even though Letterlow scored the knockdown?
I knew you were going to ask that, partner. I'm glad you're back. Being with the New York Giants, I didn't get to say welcome back.
That was a first-round KO.
You did a great job. I heard you on the radio.
Free box. Your hands are free in there.
With all this action, I never got to say welcome back, but welcome back. But I made it a 10-8 round, but I could see you could argue for a 10-9 because Gonzalez came back.
Yeah, I made it 10-9 for Letterlow because I thought Gonzalez did plenty in the rest of the fight, in the rest of that round, to at least sort of even things up.
Gonzalez needs to take advantage of what Letterlow gives him. Letterlow will leave himself open with wide punches. He will put himself in position to get hit. Gonzalez needs to have distance to take advantage of those holes like that. But then he stood up and he got caught with a left hook. Boy, this Letterlow lets leather go, doesn't he?
Mr. KO Letterlow lets leather go.
As he got caught, he came right back with the left hook and caught Gonzalez admiring his work. Young fighters at home, don't admire your work. After you throw something, move after you punch. Don't take a picture. Because sometimes you're going to be hitting a real tough son of a gun like Letterlow.
Eddie, Gonzalez's balance seems to be a little bit off, too.
That all starts with legs, just like a house. You want the upstairs to be good, the basement, the foundation has to be good. Sometimes if you look at the feet of Gonzalez, they get too close, they get too parallel.
Grandma's cooking for her boys tonight.
Bottom right-hand corner, you hear boxing people say, hey, he takes it to the head. Let's see how he takes it to the body. Look at that left hook onto the elbow. That really hurt Letterlow. And it's a good thing there wasn't more time left in the round for Gonzalez, because that body shot took a lot out of Letterlow there, Bob.
As you mentioned, it did come at the end of round 7, so he had the 1 minute to sort of regroup.
And sometimes the guy who delivers it doesn't realize in the heat of battle, in that kind of fight, doesn't realize that he delivered it. I'm not so sure Gonzalez realized how hurt Letterlow was.
Take a look at the numbers in round 7. 35-7 in favor of Gonzalez power shots. Right hand over the top from Gonzalez.
Now it's a catch-22 here, Bob, because it'd be easy to say, hey, go to the body, Mr. Gonzalez. Get to the body of Letterlow. But one thing, he has to be in close to go to the body. And that is the turf that Letterlow wants.
Well, the first 40 seconds of this round, Gonzalez did the smart thing. He stayed outside with his jab, but now he's back inside in Letterlow range. We started this night off with a couple of outstanding prospects. Anthony Hanshaw, Olympic alternate, stopping Jose Spearman. Jeff Lacey, 2000 Olympian, first round stoppage of Gerald Lowe. Excellent left hook to the body. And now we are seeing two guys on the other end of the spectrum as far as just true, pure warriors.
Oh, yes, they are. One of them you can understand it a little bit more. Letterlow starting late, no amateur background. Gonzalez should be able to keep it outside and make it a little bit more of a strategic fight like he just did there.
And you saw how much problems Letterlow had even getting near the range he needed to be at.
Gonzalez separates himself when he's on the outside. Talk about green fighters, raw fighters, their defense not being as good. Well, that's the case with Letterlow. We talked about that already. But one of the ways that Letterlow makes up for his lack of defense is being in close. And when he's allowed to be in close, his lack of defense doesn't show so much. He can smother punches, Bob. He can put something on the other guy. But when there's distance, which Gonzalez should be keeping, then the lack of defense ability will really show.
Stop, you're holding.
But it won't show if Gonzalez doesn't keep it outside.
Stop.
Both guys getting a little tired, sloppy in spots, but you know what? They have a right to.
10, we got 10.
Well, Gonzalez has kept most of this round near the outside, at least. Letterlow hasn't been able to get a lot done, but he landed a right hand right at the bell. To the corner of Julian Letterlow, Mr. KO. His trainer is Gary Nicholson. Letterlow is been down, as we've chronicled time and time again, but he feels that when he keeps getting back up, it plays right into his hands.
I'm sure it has. I mean, you hit a guy with your best shot, you knock him down, and he gets right back up, and he's right back in your face. He's not running. He's not looking for an easy out, and he's just constantly in your face, you know, just throwing things back at you, you know, and you know, I've hit this man with my best shot. What's next? Well, what can I? And it's pressure. It's just that constant pressure that just breaks a guy down, just breaks your opponent down. He's like, man. And he gets careless. He drops his hands. You hit him with a good shot, and it's like he's down. Even if he can get back up, sometimes he's like, hey, I don't even want to get back up.
Well, unlike some of his other opponents, Julio Gonzalez has gotten up twice. Got up in the 3rd round and also got up in the 5th round. So that is something that normally Lederloh's opponents do not do. Once he lands those clean shots, is get back up. But Gonzalez has shown an ability, like Lederloh, to get up off the deck.